Good morning. I'm Peter Milios from the Finance News Network. The S&P 500 advanced on Wednesday for a four-day winning streak as investors assess new US economic data. The broad market index climbed 0.38%, surpassing the 4,500 level. The Dow Jones Industrial Average added 0.11%, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq Composite advanced 0.54%. The S&P 500's four-day gain helped the index trim month-to-date losses to roughly 1.6%. Shares of Apple climbed almost 2%, a day after the company set out invites for a September 12 launch event where the iPhone 15 is expected to be unveiled. Reports are that the company is testing the use of 3D printers to produce the steel chassis used by some of its upcoming smartwatches, Bloomberg reported. Wednesday's moves come as traders pore over disappointing payrolls data. ADP said private employers added 177,000 jobs in August. That's well below a revised July number of 371,000. It also missed a Dow Jones estimate of 200,000. Meanwhile, annual gross domestic product growth was downwardly revised on Wednesday to 2.1% from the previous 2.4% forecast. This is the second day investors have appeared to treat weaker than expected economic data as good news for stocks. On Tuesday, the major US stock benchmarks rallied following the release of disappointing consumer confidence figures and a bigger than forecast drop in US job openings for July. This sparked hope among traders that the Federal Reserve could lighten its policy stance sometime soon. Turning to commodities now. Hedge funds are engaging in short selling of renewable energy stocks, expecting that climate stimulus will lead to inflation and higher interest rates. This could stain debt-dependent green companies sensitive to interest rate changes and commodity costs. CEO of Geneva-based Anaconda Invest highlights the risk of these companies face due to their reliance on project financing. Vale's VP of Iron Ore Solutions, Marcello Spinelli, remains cautiously optimistic about China's steel demand, suggesting that it's not as bleak as certain indicators imply. Despite uncertainties around stimulus measures, Vale, reliant on Chinese sales, is diversifying its base metals unit while maintaining a positive outlook on the world's largest iron ore consumer. The DEA is looking at whether to reclassify marijuana into a less hazardous category, and cannabis stocks are soaring. The US Department of Health and Human Services wrote to the DEA asking for cannabis to be classified as a Schedule 3 drug, as opposed to its current Schedule 1. Schedule 1 includes substances such as ecstasy and heroin. Substances in Schedule 3 include Tylenol with codeine. Overall, turning to US sectors now, health and utilities were the only sectors that closed lower. Technology was the best performer. The SPI futures are pointing to a 0.1% gain. Thank you for listening.